Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy. It's a great platform to learn everything from the comfort of your home. Let's start. Let me introduce myself. I'm your mentor, Gitanjali Jha. I'm a content creator, storyteller, visual merchandiser, corporate trainer, and an author. With over 15 years of cross-functional experience across leading brands like H&M, Shoppers Stop, Godrej, and Future Group, I specialize in transforming ideas into impactful stories, whether through the visual design, training programs, or the written words. As a seasoned trainer and mentor, I have conducted pan-India workshops on soft skills, technology, and leadership, touching the lives of employees across retail and service industries. I have also served as a guest lecturer at NIFT and Vogue Institute and contributed to non-profit education initiatives through Unadi. Trust me, working as a volunteer or with a non-profit organization help you broaden your perspective, and it helps you as much as you help others. Try it sometimes. I am also the author of 2 published fiction novels, F Factor and Love Arranged, and hold academic credentials in fashion technology from NIFT, and MBA from NIRM, and certifications in digital marketing from Google and content design course from ECT Delhi. That's about myself. Now let's start with. Hi, today we'll be learning about characteristics of people's personalities, right? We meet somebody and say, wow, what a personality. It happens every day, right? Oh, he is the heart and soul of the party. He is so sensitive. He understood me like we are close friends even when we met first. He is intuitive, right? Let's learn about the characteristics of people's personality. What all we have learned till now? People's perspective of HRM processes, work and employment. Now we are learning about the organizational behavior, right? Now, let's introduce personality. The word personality is used very commonly in our daily lives to describe a person's job, prospects, achievements, smartness, dressing sense, popularity, physical attraction, way of speaking, etc. Huh? This view of personality is very narrow, and this narrow view is not enough to understand and predict the behavior of an individual in organizational context, right? So yes, we say he is smart, she is very intelligent, I am flattered by her personality, and so on. But this is at the personal level. What it means in an organizational level. Personality can be viewed as a dynamic concept which describes the growth and development of an individual's whole psychological system. Rather than looking at parts of the personality looks at some aggregate whole that is greater than the sum of the parts. Personality is a major psychological factor affecting behavior of an individual. Let's understand the characteristics of people's personality, right? People in organizational behaviors are characterized by personality traits. These characteristics shapes an individual's communication style, work preference, and ability to perform tasks, and are further influenced by the organizational environment. The most common model is Big Five model. What is it? The Big Five personality model is a framework which provides 5 basic dimensions of personality, that is extroversion, agreeableness, emotional stability, conscientiousness, and openness to experience. Let's learn about it in detail. The 5 traits are so important and describe most of the significant variations of personality. They are named as Big Five model of personality. Okay, as we discussed, these are the 5 big personality traits. What is agreeableness? It applies to one person's willingness to get along with others. How easily you blend with others, how comfortable you are listening to other viewpoints when your opinion and their opinion don't match, or it is my way or highway. Doesn't work, right? The trait is characterized by confidence, collaboration, compassion, and empathy. Those who are highly agreeable value harmony more than just having a say or a way. Number 2 is extroversion. It represents the degree of comfort a person has with relationship. Extroverts are sociable, talkative, assertive, and open to new relations. They will ask about you. They will wave their hands to make you feel welcome. They will talk about themselves. They will tell you many stories, be it their experience, be it their holidays, be it uh, about the organization. They have opinions on everything. Whereas the other sets, introverts are less sociable, less talkative, less assertive, and more reticent about beginning new relationships. So you are in a party, you can easily differentiate between two sets of people. Extroverts will be dancing, saying hi, mingling with people. Introverts will be quietly sipping their drink, observing others, right? Number 3 is conscientiousness. This trait refers to the number of targets a person is focusing on. At one point, a person of high conscience focuses on very few goals, right? If I am doing this video lecture, I'll be not thinking about 100 things that is happening in my life. I will focus on giving you the best example so that you will learn the best. So, right now, I am a person of high conscience, right? I will try to do one job in the best possible way and then think about the next job, right? Whereas individuals with low conciseness tends to be less concentrated. They will be doing multiple tasking every time, resulting in not focusing at all at one point. They will be talking to you, looking at their screen, waving at other, thinking something else in their head, right? So the concentration is very much divided. So who do you prefer to talk to, right? I prefer people with high conscientiousness so that they focus on me and I can give my point across. So when you are having a conversation, especially as an HR in an interview, or you are taking feedback with your employees, try to stop all other distractions and focus on that person completely. Number 4 is neuroticism or emotional stability. Now, this personality trait center on the ability of an individual to cope with stress. We all have stress in our life. Everybody's stress is different. Stress level may be different based on their own situations and other factors, but we cannot live with a stress-free life. We have our goals to be met, bills to be paid, challenges to be done, and then obviously health issues and so on, right? So how well you handle this stress? How do you cope with the stress? What is your coping mechanism? Is it positive, such as mindfulness, meditation, talking about it, sharing it with your trusted people, or it is succumbing to addiction, alcohol, or overthinking, not sleeping at night, scrolling at the screen mindlessly, right? So, emotionally stable individuals tend to be calm, enthusiastic, and secure, right? They are not scared of competition. They are like, okay, this too shall pass. Let's see how best we can handle it. Whereas the emotionally unstable person appears to be anxious and deprived with insecurities. We always find something to be stressed about, even when they are the people who make mole out of mountain. Right? Now, number 5 is openness to experiences. Creativity and innovation intrigue especially transparent humans, right? They are willing to listen to new ideas in reaction to new knowledge and change their own ideas, beliefs, and attitudes. They are flexible. At the other hand, those with low levels of transparency tend to be less inclined towards new ideas and less likely to change their minds. For example, AI is part of the market. So either we can crib about it or keep saying the same things. It is going to take jobs, it is going to snatch more jobs, or take its advantages. See how AI is helping in hospitals, creating the whole system faster, saving patients' life. How you can use it to your advantage in your particular role, right? Learn about it and see how it can make your life better. It applies to every situation, right? Rather than seeing the negatives of the situation all the time, think how you can convert that challenge into your opportunity. Now, let's understand the determinants of personality. Number 1 is biological factors, cultural factors, family factors, social factors, and situational factors, right? These factors factors determine the personality. Biological factors involve hereditary influences, what you got in your genes, nervous system and body chemistry. Psychological factors include intelligence and mental functioning, level of aspiration and achievement, motivation, right? Not everybody is same motivated. Everybody has their own priorities. Somebody wants to be a CEO, somebody wants a greener earth, somebody wants to uplift the society, the lesser privileged. That does not mean that all three of them are motivated, but at different things. They all have different goals. So instead of judging them, try to understand their perspective. And willpower, how strong will you are to achieve your goals. Do you have what it takes to get that goal, right? Everything has a price to pay. So are you willing to put in that time, efforts to learn a new skill? If you are doing this course, you are giving your energy, effort and time to understand the new concepts which will help you enhance your career graph, right? So, but it is you who have to put your effort. So, do you have that will to be better? Be a better HR? Think about it. Number 3, social and cultural factors. What it all includes? Home and family, school environment, cultural environment. So, home is our first school. What is the environment of your home? Is everybody transparent, honest? Do we communicate regularly? Do we have our own rituals, or we are all busy in our personal lives and we meet socially? This is very common these days, but what is your home environment? Number 2 is school environment. How you are taught at school, how you are treated, how your foundation was built shapes your personality a lot. So it is very important to have a positive school environment. Cultural environment. What is the environment of your society as a whole? Are we a closely knit community, or we don't even know the face of our neighbors? Relationship between personality and organizational behavior. Now, how personality impacts organizational behavior. The study of personality has a significant impact on organizational behavior. If an entrepreneur wants to run a business organization successfully and smoothly, it is very essential to understand the key components of personality traits, right? One needs to understand the different concepts of personality to understand the concepts of human behavior. Many decisions are taken in an organization in which personality and their traits play a significant role. For example, matching job with people, determining control system, determining motivation system, and so on. These are just few examples. Personality and organizational behavior. Personality traits influence various aspects of organizational behavior, such as job performance. Conciseness is consistently linked to higher job performance, while neuroticism is associated with lower performance, right? So if you have high consciousness, your concentration is better, you can do your job in a better way. So try to build that high concise. Leadership. Extroversion and conciseness are associated with effective leadership, while agreeableness and openness to experience foster a collaborative and innovative leadership style. So what is your leadership style? What is the leadership style in your organization, right? Is it more flexible and open to experiences, or it is more rigid? Teamwork. Agreeableness and conciseness promote positive teamwork, while neuroticism can hinder team dynamics. If we can always thinking about stress, the negatives, obviously the whole environment of the team, the morale goes down, right? So work will be hindered. Job satisfaction. Openness to experience and agreeableness are associated with higher job satisfaction. When you are flexible, when you are willing to understand others' perspective, you will have higher job satisfaction in the same environment than somebody who is neuroticism, right? Now, we learned about the big five model. Let's learn about the other model. It is called Myers Big Type Indicator. What is it? MBTI is an instrument which is very commonly used worldwide to assess personality of an individual. This instrument is comprised of 100 statements pertaining to human personality. So it asks people how they generally feel in particular situation. There will be questions given in a situational type questions where you'll be asked how do you feel, okay? right? For example, your company is merging. How do you feel? So based on your answer, it will give you a result of assessment of your personality. Based on the responses given by the individuals, they are classified as extroverted or introverted, sensing or intuitive, thinking or feeling, and judging or perceiving. Now, what is the purpose of MBIT? It aims to help people understand their personality preference, focusing on how they gain energy, take in information, make decisions, and interact with the world, right? So go and do this service from any psychological page. You will understand yourself better. You'll have a deeper insight of yourself, and do it with your friends and discuss. It will really help you understand different perspectives. Structure. The test sorts individuals into 16 personality types based on 4 pair of traits as we discussed earlier: introversion, extroversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, perceiving. What are its uses? It is used in workplaces, during interviews, understanding people, for giving them new roles, education, and personal growth to improve communication, teamwork, and career alignment. Why it is criticized? Because you cannot totally rely on it. Some psychologists say question its scientific validity, noting that people's results can change over time and don't always predict behavior. But change is the only constant, so you can do it again and understand your current perspective, right? What are the alternatives? Big five, which is more widely used. Now, the 4 types of indicator: extroverted versus introverted. Extroverted people are social, friendly, and self-confident, whereas introverted people are more shy and calm. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, but these are 2 personality types. So what are you, extroverted or introverted? And now you must have heard about ambiverted. So there are people who will behave like extroverted person in certain set of group, and introverted when they are put in another set of group, right? So it all depends how you perceive a situation and how comfortable you are giving your opinion in this. Sensing versus intuitive. Sensing personalities are very practical and prefer to follow routine and orders. They are like, okay, if something process has been met, they are very keen to preserve the process. For them, how is as important as what is achieved is equally important as how it is achieved. Whereas intuitive type of people are not practical and rely on unconscious process. Okay, they will take the guide of their intuition and it serves them well. Thinking versus feeling. Feeling types of people generally take decisions based on their personal values and emotions. So for feeling people, it is very important to align their values with culture, with organizational values. Otherwise they'll feel very disconnected. Thinking type of people are generally more logical and rational, right? Judging versus perceiving. Are you judgmental or you try to understand others' perspective? Judging type wants control and prefer their world to be ordered and structured. Perceiving types are more flexible and spontaneous. Tell them, okay, let's do a team bond, suggest your ideas, and you will get many ideas from them. And if judging people will be like, okay, please give me some time, we will do it in the scheduled time. Everybody works in their own way, nothing wrong. Right? Now this is how the indicator looks like, where they are the combination of different traits, and then you can understand what is your strongest personality trait is. For example, INTJ. What does it mean? Innovative, independent, strategic, logical, reserved, insightful, driven by their own original ideas to achieve improvements, right? So when you need ideas, you can always take opinions from INTJ kind of people, right? So there are 16 columns which you need to understand in detail to understand yourself better, understand your team better, and understand the organization as a whole better, right? Now, higher and lower scorings, each of these dimensions help in classifying the individuals into 16 different categories of personality. For example, INTJ people are independent, determined, great creative thinkers, and have strong drives for their own ideas, right? So when you are convincing them that whatever they are doing, it is their idea, they will take ownership very, very seriously. They are the drivers of change. Extroverted, sensing, thinking, judging. These are logical, rational, analytical, good organization and decision makers, right? So it is a very useful tool which is widely used for selection of employees, increasing self-awareness and providing career guidance, right? So by doing this analysis, you can understand which kind of HR role is best suited to you. Is it the selection and recruitment, onboarding, or is it training and development, or is it conducting workshops, or is it in strategic planning and creating policies, right? Now let's explore this very interesting topic further. Based on today's learning from this lecture, do a detailed study of your personality through both methods. Okay? How you will use this knowledge to enhance your career roadmap. It will definitely give you a greater insight on your strengths and areas of improvements. What personality traits are supporting your growth, how you will use them to your advantage and organizational growth. Great! We'll be learning more about organizational behavior in our next videos. Right? Now, we'll be learning more about IHRM in our next lecture. Follow ITLS Academy on different social platforms and download our app on Google Play. Subscribe to our channel to continue your learning. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning. Call us at our helpline for any doubts, and you can always comment on our comment section. See you soon. Have a nice day.